Nationals, Daniel Murphy a late scratch with general leg soreness. Day-to-day Daniel Murphy was arguably, not really, the Washington Nationals MVP in the so-called first half of the 2016 campaign. But he's being given a day off in the first game of the second half. Murphy was scratched with general leg soreness tonight. Plus Daniel Murphy was originally penciled in as part of the Washington Nationals lineup for the first game of 3 with the Pittsburgh Pirates in D.C. Within the last half hour, Murphy, who was set to bat third and play first, was scratched with what the Nats described as general leg soreness. Murphy, 31, finished the so-called first half of the 2016 campaign with the highest average in the majors, .348, a .387 OBP and a .598 SLG. Murphy set a career high for home runs in a season in the first half and headed into the All-Star break leading all National League second basemen in doubles, 25, home runs, 17. RBIs, 66, and slugging percentage. The former New York Mets infielder, who signed a 3-year, $37.5 million free agent deal this winter and earned his second career All-Star nod, was going strong heading into the break, finishing the first half with a 7 for 17, .412, .444, .1.059, 4-game series against his former team in Citi Field, hitting 2 doubles and 3 home runs and driving in 10 runs as the Nationals took 3 of 4 in NY. That impressive display left Murphy 22 for 52, .423, .446, .885 with 3 doubles and 7 home runs in 13 games against his former team so far this season. Murphy is just the second player in the last 50 years to lead the majors in average at the All-Star break in his first year with a team, joining one-time Nationals catcher Ivan "Pudge" Rodriguez on that very short list. Rodriguez had a .369 AVG at the break in 2004. In his first year with the Detroit Tigers after he left the then Florida Marlins as a free agent, according to reports from Nationals Park. The Nats are saying Murphy is day-to-day with the general leg soreness. Steven Strasburg joins an exclusive list with his 13-0 start to the season. The Nationals beat the Pirates 5-1 on Friday night behind another very strong outing from All-Star pitcher Steven Strasburg. He allowed only 1 run on 3 hits in 8 innings, pushing his ERA down to 2.51 and WHIP to 0.99. Those are excellent rate stats and the record is lining up rather well. Because Strasburg is now 13-0. By now, everyone knows that the individual WL record of a pitcher doesn't tell the whole story because of many variables: offensive run support, bullpen performance, errors, etc. But a subpar pitcher can't get to 13-0. In fact, this is only the 8th time it's happened since the beginning of 1913, that's as far back as the data goes. And only 4 have ever been better. First note, Bass, who tops the list, rattled off his great start out of the bullpen. So Strasburg is now just 2 wins away from matching the best starts since 1913 by a starting pitcher. Second note, that 1913 qualifier is actually an important data point. Because, according to Nationals PR, Rube Marquard started 18-0 in 1912 for the New York Giants. So next time out, next Thursday against the Dodgers at Nationals Park, Strasburg will look to join Clemens as one of just 5 starting pitchers to start 14-0, including Marquard. A no decision means he still has a shot moving forward as well, obviously. Strasburg signed a 7-year, $175 million extension earlier this year to stay with the Nationals instead of hitting free agency after this season. Nationals Strasburg wins 16th consecutive decision. Washington Steven Strasburg so badly wanted to start the Washington Nationals' first game after the break that he gave up the chance to pitch in the All-Star game in his hometown of San Diego. His 13th victory was a reward for that. Strasburg allowed 1 run and 3 hits with 6 strikeouts in 8 masterful innings as the Nationals beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-1 on Friday night. Strasburg, 13-0, has won 16 consecutive decisions dating to September, a franchise record for starting pitchers. He got probably some grief by not pitching in the All-Star game, but he was doing what he thought was best for us and for him, manager Dusty Baker said. Boy, that sets the tone for the rest of the series. Strasburg has allowed a total of 5 hits in 3 starts since coming off the disabled list on July 3rd. Catcher Wilson Ramos said this is the best he has ever seen Strasburg pitch, and 8 innings matched the right-hander's season high. At the plate, Strasburg drove in what turned out to be the winning run on a sacrifice bunt attempt in the 7th inning. He reached safely because of an error by Pirates first baseman David Freese. "I was just telling myself I'm going to stick in there," Strasburg said. "I wasn't going to walk away without getting it down." First baseman Clint Robinson, who drove in a run in the fifth, scored in the seventh on the combination of a wild pitch by reliever Neftali Fellas and a throwing error by catcher Eric Fryer. Center fielder Michael Taylor broke the game open with a two-run homer, his seventh of the season, off Fellas. Pittsburgh starter Francisco Liriano, 5-9, got the loss after allowing 3 runs and 5 hits in 6+ innings. "I thought he pitched a very competitive ballgame," Pirates manager Clint Hurdle said. "It's good to see him move it deeper into the game. Competitive wasn't enough against the Nationals lineup, which was strong even without Daniel Murphy, who was scratched with a sore left hamstring." Robinson, who didn't learn he was starting until batting practice, went 2 for 4. "Big Robinson. He's always ready," Baker said. "He got some big hits for us. He tied the game up off Liriano and then he got another hit that started a rally. Clint has been a lifesaver for us and especially in Ryan Zimmerman's absence." The Nationals keep chugging along atop the National League East in large part because of starting pitching. Strasburg has been the best and on Friday lowered his ERA to 2.51. "I felt pretty good," said Strasburg, who threw 69 of 105 pitches for strikes. "I'm trying to go out there with the same game plan. The same plan of attack and focus on executing pitches." Trainer's room Pirates RHP Ryan Vogelsong, who has been out since May 23 when he was hit by a pitch and suffered 3 facial fractures, threw 6 scoreless innings in a rehab start for AA Altoona. See Francisco Cervelli, who has been on the DL since June 11 with a broken bone in his wrist, doubled and singled in a rehab appearance with AAA Indianapolis. Nationals, Murphy said he felt tightness in his hamstring after sliding into second base during the All-Star game on Tuesday. The team listed him as day-to-day but he wasn't sure if he'd be able to play Saturday night. Baker said RHP Joe Rouse continues to toss but remains on the DL with no definitive timeline. Father's Days. This is the Pirates' 4th annual Dad's Trip and almost 20 fathers of people throughout the organization are taking part. "It's an absolute blast for everybody," Hurdle said. "It's kind of like revisiting Little League but backwards because then we've got to follow our fathers around and make sure they haven't left stuff behind." Up next, Pirates RHP Jarrett Cole, 5-4. 2.77 ERA returns from the DL and starts Saturday against Nationals RHP Tanner Roark 8-5, 3.01. Cole has been out since June 11 with a strained right triceps muscle. Read more here. http://www